A recent article in Forbes by Cheryl Connor takes a stab at answering what makes content authentic and why does it matter so much. If you'd like to read it for yourself, there's a link below this video. Cheryl does a great job describing the issues and offering her initial thoughts while asking for others to contribute. I decided to offer my thoughts here as I'm going to veer a little off the original path. Her take appears to come from a big company perspective, which is valid for big companies, but may seem less useful to small and medium-sized businesses. Most of the SMBs we've dealt with have yet to consider the implications of brand journalism and other industry terms that may muddle the conversation a bit. In fact, there was a brief discussion of neologisms, which will definitely muddle the conversation for those who prefer plain talk to unnecessarily lofty verbiage. For the record, neologism is Greek for new speech or new utterance that refers to a newly coined term, word, or phrase that may be in the process of entering common use but has not yet been accepted into mainstream language. The definition of these terms can be a bit slippery until general consensus appears, which can take a while. Sometimes neologisms appear and disappear rather quickly, further muddying the waters. I bring all of this up because I believe the first rule of authentic content is clarity. You must communicate clearly across the spectrum of life's educational opportunities, from those who've graduated from an Ivy League academy to those who've graduated from the School of Applied Experience. As much as possible, you should drop buzzwords, neologisms, and terms you must constantly define just so your audience can understand what you're talking about. Just say what it is. Tim Schmoyer over at Real SEO says you should target 5th grade vocabulary, which seems about right for broad audiences. Of course, if your content covers highly technical material, this won't be possible. I tend to think about the breadth of the audience. If it's big, then a 5th grade target is a very good idea. However, if your audience is narrow, you are more able to apply a vocabulary suited for that niche. For instance, if you're discussing rocket science with the general population, you would present your content in one way. But if you're discussing rocket science with actual rocket scientists, your vocabulary would be vastly different. Why is this important? Because in the end, if your audience can't understand you, there is no way to engage and convert them to customers. It's that simple. The initial stages of a content marketing strategy include defining your audience. This will give you a pretty good idea how to speak to them, what vocabulary to use. Pay attention to that and adjust your content accordingly. Next time, we'll take a look at Cheryl's list and see where that takes us. In the meantime, you can follow us on social media, leave comments on the blog or YouTube, or drop a line to the email address on the screen. Thanks for watching. Now get out and do something.